We have a fun demo for you guys today, and it's about Sergers. Now, I want to preface this. I don't want you guys to just turn off the video and be like, I'm not interested in Sergers. I don't need a Serger. I don't know of anyone that needs a Serger. This is a time where you can learn, right? You may not have it or want it or get it or whatever. This is a time to learn and be enlightened and be like, wow, that is really cool, and look at the possibilities, okay? So hold out with us, because I'm telling you, this is going to be a really cool demo and you're going to mind blown, right? Yes. Okay. Yes, everyone's saying they've got grandsons, granddaughters, sons, daughters, nephews, nieces. Yeah, everyone's graduating. Yep. And Marcia said, I love my Sergers. Yay. Good. So if you're looking for like a last minute graduation gift, something to like, I was even saying to Susan, this would be a great gift to give someone that wants like a little side business, like something to like help support them during college or whatever they're doing, like make different things and sell them. It's a great opportunity for, I think, young people to really get into being their own entrepreneur and stuff like that. So, all right, you guys, here we get into it. Susan, take it away, and I will try to do the camera best I can.
Okay. I've had a Serger for a really long time, and the first Serger I bought at the Utah State Fair.
Did you really?
Probably 32 years ago. And the salesperson was so smart because they let my husband sew on it.
Oh, there you go.
So I went.
Once you get the husband's hooked,
yeah.
right?
So this is a great Serger. This is the Baby Lock Celebrate Serger. This one we can sell online. So
yes.
If you are in Holland, Michigan, or the country, you can buy this Serger online from us, and we can ship it to you.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a wonderful little 4-thread Serger. Doesn't take up a lot of space, but it still has all the bells and whistles.
And it's more than just garment sewing. And
oh yeah,
Susan's going to talk a little bit about that. Why it's beyond just clothing nowadays.
Yeah, and so we'll talk about that now, and then I'll show you some more stuff.
Yeah.
So, home dec is a big thing right now, and it seems to be growing every year. Doing stuff for your own home. All sergers do decorative stitching. They also do rolled hems. So we made this pretty pink. Oh, I didn't realize we were in pink.
Oh, there you go.
We made this beautiful pink napkin with a rolled edge that we did with silver metallic thread. That we did with silver metallic thread. Any serger can do a rolled hem. It took us maybe less than 5 minutes to make that pretty napkin. And it's much cheaper to buy the fabric, and you also get the color you want, the one that matches your kitchen or your dishes.
You could even like embroider on it. So like you serge the edges and then embroider a corner.
Do a monogram, do a design. My daughter's really into plants, so I did a set of napkins for her that have like a fern leaf on them.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, she's really into trying to get away from using paper goods as much as possible. So we did this. We've also, sergers, obviously you know that they'll sew cotton, they'll sew any kind of fabric. So what this is a demo of is, you know how many adorable cute fleece prints there are out there. This is how you can do an edging on a fleece baby blanket or even a grown-up blanket.
Oh, yeah, if they want to get into making fleece blankets.
And again, we just used regular serger thread on this one, but if you used heavier decorative thread in the loopers, think how pretty that would be.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And again, quick
baby
and
blankets.
easy. Quick and easy.
Oh my gosh. That is great.
And it looks more finished than if you just cut the square of fleece.
Right.
But again, this would take you probably 5 minutes to go around a baby blanket.
It looks more professional, something that people would be like, oh, this is a nice product, I'll buy it, or something like that.
Yes.
Or I would like that, yeah.
And like I said, you can use heavier decorative thread. You know what works really well on something like this is just your embroidery thread for your embroidery machine. Because it's heavier than serger thread. It's also very shiny and pretty.
You use embroidery thread on the serger?
I do. I use it on the loopers to get a pretty edge without having to shop all over the place to try and find heavy decorative thread.
Did you guys hear that? Take note. You can use embroidery thread on your serger.
Yeah. So actually in the loopers you can use all kinds of heavy thread, and I know we're going to start carrying some of the Madeira decorative thread.
Yes.
Madeira also makes the Sashiko thread that we sell. The Katona is a 30 weight thread. Also works beautifully on your serger and makes a pretty edge.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And when we were talking about projects that you could make or sell, I always joke.
This is so cute.
I always joke that my daughter put herself through middle school by sewing bags for her friends. But I learned this from Barb. This is a 5-minute zipper pouch.
All on the serger.
All on the serger and lined.
And you installed the zipper on the serger.
I installed the zipper. I trimmed off the edges of the zipper. I did all of that on a serger. So we're going to demo that in just a minute.
Look at that. Like Susan said, it's fully lined. Whoops. Zipper installed. Can you imagine how many of these you could make in like an hour?
Mm-hmm.
This is so easy. And it was done on a serger, nothing on a sewing machine. What other projects have you done on a serger, Susan?
I have done table runners.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we have one down here.
Oh, I'll grab it for you.
Okay, the blue in there. We've made table runners. I've done pillowcases. Those the burrito pillowcase on a serger, because you don't have to do a French seam, takes less than 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
We used the Euphoria, which is the baby lock chain and cover stitch, to make this cute table runner. It's reversible, and it was done totally on the serger.
I love that. Do you want me to show this?
Yeah,
too?
let's show that too. Because we teach a serger class every month, and we're doing one the second Monday in June, and we're going to learn how to do the serger crochet using the heavier crochet thread that you can get at yarn stores or Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And basically you end up serging on air, but you make this beautiful lace edge.
I mean, it's hard to wrap my brain around this. When I see it done, I'm like, oh my goodness, this was done on a serger.
It's one of those super easy things. You sew your first row on the burp cloth, and then each succeeding row you sew a little bit further out, and then the last couple rows you just increase the stitch length so it'll ruffle.
Oh my gosh.
And it's darling, it's durable, washable, bleachable, all the things you need if you have a baby around.
I love it. You could really make like your own little shop of like burp claws, baby blankets, zipper pouches. I mean, I've seen Barb make quilts on a serger, bags, all the above. It's kind of like everything you need in a sewing machine, but also has
the ability
to finish it. Yeah, that is awesome. Awesome. Okay, Susan.
So are we going to make our zipper pouch?
Yes, let's make it.
One other thing, I know what most people think when they think of a serger is knits. And I just wanted to show you what a pretty seam this does on knits and how
it doesn't stretch it. Oh my gosh.
So it never breaks the thread. Your seams never come undone. If I was trying to do this with just a regular sewing machine, even if it was on a knit, that would break my threads.
It would. Mm-hmm.
So
I love that. Love these samples.
Okay, so let's talk just a second about our Celebrate Serger. I'm going to show you how easy it is to thread.
Yes. This is like the game changer for me, you guys.
Okay, this machine not only has the air threading for the loopers, it has a needle threader built in.
What?
So you're not having to struggle to thread anything on this little machine.
Oh my gosh, it has a needle threader
It has a needle threader and the loopers. And we're going to leave the needles threaded because I just want to show you how fantastic this air threading is.
Okay, I'm gonna move this very carefully. Oh, here, we'll let Susan cut.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about pulling them out of my machine or anything. I'm just gonna cut those 2 looper threads off and pull the spools out.
Oops, sorry, Susan.
That's fine. And then to get the thread out of the machine, instead of pulling and tugging, all I have to do is sew it out. So those are another nice thing about the Baby Lock sewing machines, you don't have to thread them in any particular order.
You can go in whatever order you want?
So I can leave my needles threaded and still thread my loopers.
Oh my gosh, did you hear that, everyone? That is awesome.
Okay, so we're going to change to a red thread for both loopers so that you're able to see it a little better on camera. And I'm just putting these on the thread stand.
We're doing a little maneuvering here.
They take up a little more, take up a little more airspace than a regular sewing machine.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so, oh darn, now I have to thread my loopers. Usually that is the hardest part of a serger. So I'm going to tell the machine that I want to thread my loopers. And this is how hard this is to change. I push a button.
You just push that button.
And then turn the hand wheel till I hear a click. And now it's ready to thread my loopers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was like 3 steps.
Now this machine has tension dials, but they are preset at the factory so that you probably will never have to change your tension.
Oh, good.
And if you do, don't be afraid of it because it's clearly marked where the factory settings are.
So you just put it back to the factory
settings? You just put it back to that. And so, if you think that one of your spools is too loose, you can do that. Now I'm going to pull out some thread, about 18 inches. And there's this little threading port. There's a little hole right there. And then I'm going to take this lever and that fast.
Oh my gosh.
1 pump and it threaded that looper.
That is amazing. So you're not having to use tweezers.
I'm not having to use tweezers. I'm not having to get down here in the machine and thread it and pull it up through the back.
Oh my gosh. That's great.
Second one is just as easy. The only thing I have to do to change it to the other looper is move this button to the other side.
Oh my gosh.
Again, give myself about 18 inches of tail here. And you only have to put 1/4 to 1/2 inch of thread in the little looper holes. The hardest thing to figure out is how to hold the thread soft enough so that it'll slide through your fingers.
Right.
And oops, and not catch it on there. Okay.
There we go. But that didn't affect it at all.
No,
it went right through.
So my machine is now threaded and ready to go.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my gosh, that was so easy.
Another thing that's fun is you don't have to worry about making sure all your threads are pulled to the back. I'm just going to leave
you don't have to worry about the threads?
I'm just going to leave that hanging down, and I'm going to get a little scrap of fabric and just test my machine first. But then I do need to take it out of threading, and that's really hard too.
You move a switch.
I move a switch, and now it's back into regular serging. And this is set on a regular 4-thread serge, which is the normal overlock position. And I just put that up, and I always like to test just to make sure that everything's working right and to get a chain started.
Kind of like a leader.
Yeah,
right?
It is. And 99% of the problems that you're going to face with your serger are solved if you just rethread it. So,
right.
And we have a beautiful stitch.
Nice. Do you all see that? There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So now we're going to make our 5-minute zipper pouch.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
So I've got a 14-inch long zipper. All I need to make sure is my zipper is longer than my pouch.
Okay.
And I have my 2 fabrics because I want it to be lined. wrong sides together. And I'm putting the zipper face down so it's right sides against my outside fabric. So I'm going to use the cute firecrackers.
Love it.
And I'm using wonder clips instead of pins because I've sewn through pins and it always messes up my serger. It's hard to sew through a wonder clip.
Right.
Yes.
It's very, you can tell it's there.
Yes, you can. And I just have my serger on its normal standard settings. And I'm even going to put the zipper on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me
adjust
this.
Yeah, I'm going to... Here, take off one of my wonder clips. Okay, and I'm just going to start really slowly. And on the foot of the serger are two little knobs, and those are where your needles are. So I'm just going to make sure that the feet of my zipper are just a tiny bit to the left of those knobs, and just pull out my wonder clips and now I would normally be sewing faster than this, but it's a zipper, so I wanted to be careful.
Right.
And
but you just did that on a serger.
And see, it finishes the edge. So it does look lined, but I don't have to turn the lining and do all that because this will finish the edges.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, now what I want to do is sew the other side of the back, again, right sides together. So all I'm going to do is keep my zipper, so my pull's facing out, and fold this up. So I'm sewing the right side of the zipper to my blue fabric again.
So you just pull the bottom right up to the top?
Pull it right up there. And I'm just going to put one wonder clip in there just to hold it. And do exactly the same thing I did before. Lift this up, get it started. This time I'm not even sewing on the zipper side, but you could if you feel more comfortable doing that. Up. I should have sewed it from the other side. Alright, let's sew that off.
That's all good.
This is called Live Facebook.
Right?
Okay, so I am going to sew it from the other side because I am going to just clip this tail out of the way, and it's never even going to show, so I don't even have to pick it out.
Oh, nice.
It is. Too many things on this side of the serger. Okay, so let's do this up here. Just make sure both sides are together, and then I'm going to sew it. Yeah, this will work better.
So you're doing it where the zipper is on top.
Right, and I have the right sides together of my fashion fabric, not the lining.
Okay.
And I'm going to start down here again on the zipper tail. And just, again, using those little knobs on the foot and going slowly. I'm just going to go straight down. And this is why we didn't have to worry about taking off that seam I sewed by mistake.
Yeah, because it just went right.
Yeah, I just cut it off. So now I'm going to, I would trim all my tails and stuff, but you know, this is 3 at 3, so we don't have unlimited time. I'm just going to unzip my zipper.
Flip it out? Or no?
No, I don't have to flip it out. I'm just checking.
Oh, okay.
So see, I've got it good on both sides, and the zipper works. Always a good idea to check that. But now I'm going to leave my zipper open halfway. And those of you that have done the Kimberbell zipper pouches or like any zipper pouches, you've done it this way. I'm going to just fold the sides down. And I'm going to go, again, just cutting off about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to go right through the zipper.
And it didn't even skip a beat.
Didn't skip a beat.
Oh my goodness.
And this is why we open the zipper, is because we want to be able to get into the pouch even.
Right. And now you're going to do it on the opposite side.
On the opposite side.
You guys, I could make so many of these.
I have. I have a bunch of little great nieces and nephews that are like from 4 to 10. And they love it when I give them pouches because I either put candy or money in them.
Oh, you are so nice.
They also, you know, kids that age like to have their own stuff.
They do.
Like one of them collects rocks. Okay, so pretty much we're finished. What you can do to finish these edges is the fastest way is to just put a dot of fray check right here.
Fray check.
Or stitcher's glue, any kind of permanent glue, just a tiny bit at the very tip of the chains, and that will
just hold it in
place.
Right.
There's also, you can use a large like sewing or embroidery needle and thread the chain through it and pull the chain back. Or there are a couple of little tools, like I have an old tiny little crochet hook that was one of my grandmother's that when they used to crochet thread. And I just thread the tail back down through this so that the edges are secure. Gosh. And when that's done,
so easy.
I'm just going to push out the corners. This is where that wonderful little turner of Barb's would be. That R&K turner.
R&K turner.
I use mine at home all the time.
It's the best.
And so you can make these any size you want. This one's little, but I could have made, with a 14-inch zipper, I could have made an almost 13-inch long pouch. And I'm done.
Oh my gosh. Susan, that is so cool.
And it's lined.
And lined and finished edges.
And if you want to, you know, you could top stitch this down, but you don't have to because there's not really any bulk here.
Right.
Because we trimmed everything off.
Oh my goodness.
And
that is so cool.
It is. They're fun to make, and what you can do with your cut-off zippers. Probably need bigger.
We've got a lot of stuff going on over here.
Yeah. What you can do is trim these off, like trim off the end of the zipper pull, because you know we sewed right through the zipper. And then pull your zipper apart.
What?
And cut the tape off, so all you have is the zipper teeth. Because especially little kids that haven't been using zippers, you know, a really long time, it's really nice to have a zipper pull.
Oh my gosh.
So
that's genius.
I have just this.
That's the zipper
teeth. Zipper teeth. This is also fun too if you use a coordinating color. And I can thread it right through the little hole in the zipper.
Susan. Oh.
And just
my goodness.
Tie it in a little knot. Or you can also thread beads onto this, charms and things. I had a couple of unicorn charms that my little grandnieces really liked. And see, now you have a pull, so it makes it easier for little hands to use.
So you're reusing that leftover zipper tape. Oops. She just cut off.
Just cut the tape off. Obviously it won't ravel or anything because it's a plastic zipper. And it
oh my goodness,
makes cute little zipper pulls. And
I love that.
And if you're making a bunch of them and you've got different colored zippers, I would make the zipper pulls a different color than the zipper just because it looks cute.
Right. Oh my gosh. Susan! You guys! Yeah. Isn't that so cool?
And this, you know, Baby Lock makes a lot of different sergers.
Yeah.
But they all do a 3 or a 4 thread overlock. They all do a rolled hem for like decorative, like the napkins. They can all do this overlock to make the zipper pouches. Plus you get to have fun with the different colors of thread and the different types of thread.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
All done on a serger.
So we are doing on the second Monday in June, we are doing a decorative pillow using the serger, where we're going to make flowers and do the serger lace and show you how you can do leaves, free-form cutting on a serger. You can do curves as easily as you can do straight. And then the couple of months after that, we're going to do the reduce, reuse, and recycle, where we're going to make unpaper towels.
On paper
towels.
I love that.
And like little face wipes.
Mm-hmm.
Reusable ones, so that you're not throwing
the makeup
things
wipes.
away.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So many fun things coming up with sergers.
They are. They're fun to use. And if you go up from a 4-thread to an 8-thread serger, it even expands your possibilities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can do chain stitch, cover stitch.
Oh my gosh.
If you're interested in learning how to do apparel, or if you have kids that are doing apparel, it's a great machine to have, just because it saves them so much time, especially on the finishing, and it makes everything look professional.
It does.
And if you're just starting to sew clothing, having it look professional just boosts your confidence so much.
Right? Or doing any of these projects. I mean, just look at that. I just want to show you again the finished edges.
And again, you could do it any size. If you needed a great big pouch for something, just buy a longer zipper.
Susan, you are a genius. I love it. I love it. That is our demo, you guys. And yes, we'll have a little instruction sheet for this later. But we just wanted to show you this demo hands-on. And you can rewatch this video as many times as you like, right?
Yeah.
Because it's recorded, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, look how cute that is. You could fill it with candy. You could fill it with some sewing. Oh, I like what you did here.
What we did here is, after we did the put the zipper in, I didn't fold it right in the center.
You offset it.
I offset it before I did the sides. And again, it wouldn't take any longer to do it that way.
Yeah, instead of doing it down the middle, she just
yeah, like that.
Basically like this.
Which is different look. It's cute because you get to see the zipper again, put a fun zipper pull on the end, and yeah, this one's actually big enough to hold a phone.
Super fun. You guys try it out, and it's all done on a serger. How many of you are not scared of sergers anymore after seeing this? Once I saw how easy it is to thread a baby lock serger, I haven't been afraid to touch it at all.
And they didn't have the needle threaders when I bought my latest baby lock. And the fact that you don't have to thread the loopers, you have needle threaders that work as well as the ones on your sewing machine. It's just, you're not afraid to change the colors of the thread.
Right. Some people tell us they haven't changed their serger threads in over like 10 years. They don't want to change threads. They don't want to unthread it.
Yeah, so they'll cut it off and tie on new threads, but with one of these baby lock sergers, you don't even need to worry about that, because they're so easy to thread and you can't get it wrong.
It's so true. You can go in any order. You don't have to mess with the tension at all. Like, they're just set.
They are set. So we've sewn on 2 layers of fabric plus a zipper. We sewed on the polar fleece. We sewed on the knit. I didn't touch the tension dials, and I got a perfect stitch every time.
Great question. Sandra asked, what is meant by air threading?
That's what we did when we went. Okay.
I'll bring it right over here again. Okay. And, there we go.
There are 2 little ports where we're threading the looper, instead of going down and going through all the pipes and tubes. So when you put your thread, then this pumps air through. Air threading. So it pulls the thread all the way through. And you can hear.
It's like a little pump.
It is. It's just like a little pump with the air going through. And as you noticed when we did this, it takes like maybe 1 pump to get the thread all the way through the insides of the machine and out the loopers.
So that's what it means by air threading. And then there's, what's it called? What's the one where you press the button?
They're the jet air threading.
Jet air threading.
You don't even have to use your finger to pump on those.
You just push a button
and it threads your loopers for you.
So
and if you're really clever and you can get both threads in the ports, you can do the upper and the lower looper at the same time.
That is like the ultimate trick, right? I love that. I love it. Do we have any questions for Susan about sergers or anything? Let's see. Cindy said, I would love to have the air feed for threading. Yes, it's a game changer, you guys. Like, Susan, you know.
I was one of those people that, to change the threads on my old serger, I would cut these and tie them. So I didn't have to go through the channels here. And now I don't have to. I just cut them.
Oh, I saw you cut them and take them out. You added some different threads and
I was done.
Rethreaded in like no time. I love that.
And with the needle threader, it's just as easy to thread the needles as it is the loopers. So there's no reason to not change it to the color you need.
Right. Alice asked, couldn't this be done the same way the Kimberbell blank pouch is made, with the lining done separately so the thread doesn't show inside?
Yes, it could be. We were trying to keep this one to 5 minutes. So.
Right.
But
you
yes,
could do that.
You could do it exactly like that.
Great question.
Actually, I was looking at a Kimberbell pouch this morning going, I could finish this with my serger.
Oh, totally.
And it would be even faster.
They've said, thanks for the demo. So helpful. Nice demo. So, that's our thing number two.